Anyway, now we come to the final segment of our show, Kayla Knows Nothing, where Kayla watches Game of Thrones episode at a time, and we talk about what she watched, and as you go through this humbling, beautiful journey. The latest one, The North Remembers. Have any overall impressions?
I really hate Joffrey more than I used to. I just want him to go away.
He stepped it up in this one, I think.
He did, yeah. He's taking it to new levels. He's drunk with power.
What did he do? He tried to make a guy drink himself to death at the beginning.
Right, and then there was a fight right off the bat where a guy face planted and died. The drinking to death thing, and then he kind of saved him, I guess, but now he's going to be his master or something.
I mean, he saved him because Sansa stepped in, right? Sansa was like, "Oh, you shouldn't kill him. It's way more humiliating to make him a fool." Mm-hmm. And he said, "Oh yeah, it will be more humiliating.
You'll be my fool."
So how do you think Sansa's dealing with that? Was that clever of her?
Yeah, I think she's using her position to maybe talk some sense into him a little.
Yeah, do what she can.
Right. But she has to tread lightly.
She does. You get the one wrong step, and he'll bring out the crazy, and something will happen.
He brings out the crazy a lot.
But yeah, I like that she kind of found a way to slip in there and save this guy's life by appealing to Joffrey's sadism.
What?
Sadism.
Yeah, I hope she does more of that. I hope she steps in more.
Me too.
But I liked when Tyrion came back. He's, I think, my favorite. And apologized for her father's death and was very sympathetic. And then Joffrey was like, he committed treason. Why are you apologizing? And then she was like, yes, he committed treason. It's like,
And she was like that.
We went 2 steps forward and 1 step back.
I mean, why would she say that, though? Why would she buy into that?
She's either been brainwashed or she has to stay alive.
I think it's that. I think it's the same thing as when that's what she's not saying to Joffrey. You can't kill him, that's mean. She's saying, oh, make him a fool, because that'd be funner.
She's playing the game.
Yeah, she has to say that, or Joffrey will probably do something horrible to her. Mm-hmm. She gotta keep appearances. So hopefully she has an easier time of it going forward. Tyrion made some waves in this one. He also talked to Cersei.
Yeah.
They had a little brother-sister reunion. How'd that go?
She did not seem pleased to see him. And now, since he's the king's hand, he
has Ned's old job, basically.
Okay, so then does he have power over her then? And that's what she was mad about?
She's definitely mad about that. He has more power than she thought. I mean, it's not entirely clear who's exactly in charge. Joffrey thinks he's in charge, obviously.
Right.
It seems like Cersei thinks she's in charge. Tyrion thinks he's in charge. So we're kind of setting up some fun times.
Family bra.
In season 2 in King's Landing, so far as I'm concerned. Do you think they can work together? Any of them? Like Joffrey, Cersei, Tyrion?
They all seem very bullheaded, set in their ways. I don't see them seeing eye to eye on anything.
Right. And there are some weaknesses there we all know. Like we know Tyrion has Shay in the capital. Is that a good idea?
Yes.
Because he seems to like her.
I like her too. She was very excited to be there.
She was very excited to be there. Yeah, she's charming. But think about this. He likes her. What if one of the other two try to use her as leverage against him or something?
I'm sure it'll happen.
You're probably right. But you might not be.
Baiting me.
You can't know. And then Cersei had some run-ins with both Littlefinger and Joffrey. I mean, she slapped Joffrey.
Yeah. And then she did, and he said, what did he say? He was like, that's something about...
I could kill you for that, don't do it again, but he didn't.
Bringing on death upon you or something. Right. Which, that's his mom. It's so twisted. And then she kind of freaked Littlefinger out. He thought he was off with his head. And then I think she just did that to kind of show her power, I guess.
Yeah, she has power over him. There's a lot of jockeying for power right now between all these people. They're all trying to
power hungry.
Kind of show that they're the big dog in charge. And I think the question, I can tell you this, the question of the season is who comes out on top.
Ooh.
We'll spend most of our time in King's Landing just trying to kind of go in the back and forth between all these power players as they try to jockey for position. It's fun. It's a good time. If you like that stuff, there's more of that to come. That was and then the final scene, Joffrey's little craziness. What was happening there when the Gold Cloaks, the King City Guard, were killing all those kids?
Right. I didn't know what was going on then.
Yeah, no blame you.
They first started with the baby.
Right.
Oh.
That baby member is one of King Robert's bastard children. All those kids are King Robert's bastards.
Really?
Yeah.
He had that many kids?
He was not terribly faithful.
Oh, and that was the other thing. Joffrey started talking about that, and she thought he was talking about being the son of her and Jaime.
Right.
And then, so she kind of played it off like, oh, yeah. And that's when he slapped her. Okay, yes.
So someone, do you think it was Joffrey or Cersei or who? Someone ordered all the bastards killed.
Probably Joffrey, since Cersei didn't know that he knew about that.
Yeah, it's possible. And he seemed upset about it. He did not like that idea. But they missed Gendry.
Yeah,
So
okay,
so
so
he got away,
and he's with Arya.
Right, they're headed north. They're headed to the wall.
What was the
Night's
significance of the skeleton head or something?
That's like a helmet he made for himself. That's how they're going to identify him. Because now they're after him.
Okay.
They're coming after him because he's like the last bastard.
So before, that's the only bastard that we knew of, and now we found out about a lot of them. Okay.
I mean, are you really surprised he had that many?
I mean, yes and no.
Fair enough. I mean, if you are, that's fine. Yeah, he got around.
He just doesn't strike me
back
as
in his
a,
day.
I don't know, like a flirt, man whore.
Sex addict, and that's what we'd call him.
Sex
if
symbol,
he lived
really.
in sex.
Kind of the
He's
opposite.
the king. I mean,
Oh, right.
There's
that.
It's not pleasant, but he did, but now most of them are dead except for Gendry. So hopefully they get out of this okay because they're headed north now.
Okay.
That was where the most action happened. Anything else stand out to you? Because we checked in with a lot of people this week, but they were kind of quick check-ins.
The interaction between Jaime and
Rob.
I thought that the wolf was going to attack his face, and that didn't happen. But I feel like I've heard of that happening in later seasons, maybe. So something to look forward to.
Something just you never know. It'll come at any moment.
So there was that talk. A lot of worry going back to the Lannisters with Arya missing. They don't know where she is, and that's their leverage.
How's Rob doing as a king? I mean, he did a couple of things here. He threatened Jaime, just kind of because.
Yes.
He's going to send Theon to the Iron Islands to try to get his dad on their side. And he's sending Catelyn to Renly, the king's younger gay brother, who's also out there rebelling to get them on their side. Is he doing okay? Is he doing a good job?
I think he's doing the best he can.
I mean, it's been effective. He's
so far, so good.
He's won battles.
Right, but we'll see. I mean, it's bound to.
Yeah, there's got to be a turn at some point, you figure.
Right.
And then Catelyn wanted to go back to Winterfell, but he's like, no, you got to go be my spokesperson for Renly. And she seems to be suffering it with good humor.
Right.
As we watch it, I enjoyed the scene between the two of them when they kind of had a tender moment after she was like, oh, you're doing so well as king.
My son.
Yeah, she's proud. Stopped by Bran really quick.
Poor guy. He's just like all by himself up there.
Yeah, he has his little brother who doesn't really have any lines, and Maester Luwin.
I do like the crazy woodland lady that they found. That's
Osha?
kind of like his nanny almost now. It seems like.
Yeah, it's weird, right? I mean, it wasn't too long ago that she was
cleaned
attacking
up.
him in the woods.
Right. I like her character.
Why do you think she's doing that? Like, why did
she
switch?
have to when they?
I mean, she had
saved her?
to, but she could be trying to escape. She seems to be more or less content.
Maybe she wants a family.
Maybe she
to
does.
feel a part of something.
And then Hodor's there too, carrying around his back.
Weird Hodor.
What do you mean weird Hodor? You don't like Hodor?
I didn't like the episode where he was walking around naked.
No, I mean, no one likes that.
But yeah, he seems nice. A good caretaker.
I mean, he's a simple, he's...
Gentle-hearted man.
He is he's low intelligence. You know, he's simple, I think is the polite word for it. So I don't think he meant to offend anybody with his nudity. He just he doesn't get that it's wrong, maybe.
Okay, that makes sense.
He's a pack mule. What else we get? Oh, we just checked in with Daenerys.
Yes, and her dragons. We only saw one.
Yeah.
And she doesn't know what to feed them.
Dragons are expensive, and they cannot afford to show them on screen a ton. So you might see a lot of like, show me your dragons. Like, I will, but they're in the cage. But really, it's the production being like, we don't have that kind of money.
Oh, okay.
We can show them like 3 times this season.
Good to know. We have a question.
I've got 2 questions actually. I've got a super fan, Julie Davies. From
Julie, hey.
She's wanting to know if so far have you been interested in reading the books now that you've been watching the
Oh,
shows?
that's a good question.
The problem with me, Julie, is I have reading ADD, so I start books and don't finish them. I know that's horrible. But yeah, I mean, I like the series so far, and maybe if I have some free time down the road, I'll definitely dive into the books. How many are there?
There are 5 at present. I can lend you them.
I'm in the middle of Harry Potter right now, thanks to Dan.
Yay.
As well. Maybe after
Graduate to Song of Ice and Fire after that.
maybe after I finish Harry Potter. I won't rule it out. There you go.
Any others?
And then Daniel Silva was wondering, how do you feel about Jon Snow and his role in the show so far?
Let's talk about it because we can go transition to that. We have
Love
spent time
Jon.
with John.
Love Jon.
Who doesn't love John? And he is beyond the wall now. He is because they went beyond the wall the last finale. They're
Okay.
going out there to find out, why all the wildlings are acting weird, why they're heading south, why they left their villages, and what happened to Jon Snow's uncle, who disappeared in like the 3rd episode when he went beyond the wall.
Are they looking for White Walkers, or do they not think those exist?
They are unsure. Like, I think that they've been there for a long time. Like, they know something's up. Maybe they don't know it's White Walkers. They know something weird is going on there.
People are
So
losing
they're going
limbs
to
and
investigate.
turning into zombies. Okay.
They're on like a big investigative party. And they made a stopover at Craster's Keep, which is, what'd you think of that little scene? This is beyond the wall. This is a wildling Craster.
I don't know. What was it called?
Craster's Keep, the old man who has lots of daughters and then marries them.
Oh, okay. Weird.
Yeah, extremely weird. Even on Game of Thrones, that's pretty twisted. But we didn't really do much there either. Jon kind of spoke out of turn. The Lord Commander was like, shut up. Learn your place. Which is important, because at this point, Jon's still young, he's still brash. Do you think, and he wants to lead eventually, do you think he should take a stronger kind of role in it, or just try to kind of let the Lord Commander do it and learn from him silently?
I think he needs to pull a Mulan and find the hero inside of him.
That's an excellent answer.
Didn't see that coming. No, I think he has it in him. He just needs to find it and use it.
And yeah, Jon Snow. I'm glad you like Jon Snow. We'll be with him for a
Big
long time.
fan of Jon.
And then finally, we have to talk about, there was a whole set of new people we met in this one. Stannis, Melisandre, Davos.
And you know how long it took me to figure out names last season, so this will be fun.
I did. That's why I'm saying these names as often as I can.
Okay.
But remember,
Muscle memory.
Stannis has been mentioned a bunch of times. He's King Robert's other brother.
Yes, okay.
And he's the one that Ned sent off the information about.
Was he in the council meeting with
He is the first time we've
Cersei
seen him.
Okay.
The implication was he used to be in there, but he left. So he wasn't in season 1, but they talked about him.
Okay.
And Ned sent off what he learned to Stannis and said, I know that Joffrey and the kids are all bastards. That means that they're not legitimate. That means that you're technically the king, because he's the king's brother.
Ooh.
And so what happened in these scenes? We met Stannis and kind of his court.
Was he in was he the one telling the guy to write the stuff about Joffrey?
Yes.
Okay.
And send it off to everybody in Westeros, because he wants them all to know the king is a fake, I'm the king.
But Cersei was in that meeting, right? And
She was not, no.
Oh, she was not? I'm getting this confused with the other meeting. Okay, just kidding. Well,
Yeah, different meeting. Cersei
well,
was in
then
King's
this is going to
Landing.
get good.
Right. Exactly. Stannis is against Joffrey. He is King Robert's younger brother.
I hope he comes in and takes Joffrey down.
Good. I think you have that too. What about his lieutenants? What about this Red Witch lady, Melisandre?
Oh, right. The fire woman.
The Fire Woman.
Okay,
That's
yes.
right.
So I didn't know the older man who died.
Maester Crescent is his name.
Did he crush a pill and put it in his wine? Well, what was
He
it?
did. He was trying to poison her because he does not approve of her, because he's loyal to Stannis. He's loyal to King Robert's brother, as
Okay.
is the other bearded guy, Davos. And they don't like the idea of this kind of creepy, weird fire lady who's foreign, worships a weird foreign god, kind of butting in there and influencing him.
Okay.
It's sort of like, I'm trying to think of a good example. You know how Nancy Reagan used to consult star charts
No.
back during the presidency, and they said she would influence President Reagan by saying well, you should probably go forward in Iran-Contra because Scorpius is in the 7th heaven today. That kind of
What?
thing.
I did not know that.
Anyway, Just like
It's a
that,
bad idea.
Melisandre is kind of a weird foreign person with weird foreign beliefs influencing Stannis, who's this Westerosi king. And, and people who are like native-born Westeros don't like that. So he tried to poison her, and she didn't die. Like, he died.
Right, that's what I was like, wait, they both drank the same drink. He's gone, she's not. Is this like a thing where Daenerys doesn't burn, she doesn't die?
It may well be. Her little ruby thing glowed when she drank it, so she could be Magic Lady.
Witch powers.
Witch powers. I will say,
Spooky.
now that the first season is over, they turn up the magic a bit.
Okay.
Not a lot, but the first season was pretty clear of any of it except for Daenerys' stuff.
Right.
Now it goes up a bit. We got Melisandre here, who's drinking poison and surviving, and we'll have some other shenanigans with her too. So any impressions of them beyond that? I know that we just kind of got like a blow-by of them.
Right, it was just kind of like a short stop at all the places. But no, I'm looking forward to the season.
Good. Oh,
New
also
people,
the
new
comic thing.
storylines.
I'm going to mention that really quickly. The way
How it always follows Daenerys.
I mean, it was in the sky for a lot of them. Like Bran saw it, Daenerys saw it. It was over King's Landing.
But doesn't it have something to do with her? No, did I just
I
make
mean,
that up?
they were all saying, like, I remember when they were talking with Osha and Bran, they were like, well, this person said
It has to do with dragons.
that's what she said. But, you know, Bran said that, I heard it was supposed to be the color of red. That's a Lannister color, so that's bad. Or it's supposed to be the color of blood because it's my dad died, so it's the color
So
of his
there's
blood.
a mystery around this.
So they're all interpreting it differently.
Okay.
But Osha's pretty sure it has to do with dragons. And they are there now.
I think she's right.
Any other closing thoughts?
I think that's it, Dan.
I think it was a good one. I mean, I'll admit it.
Is the season
it's
good?
like the season is a little patchier than season one because there's just more going on. But Tyrion is the Ned Stark of this season,
Oh, thank goodness.
by which I mean he's the main character now that he dies.
Well, I've seen him in pictures, so I know he's still kicking.
That's a good point. Yeah, sure. He's kind of our focal point for this season.
He kills me. I love him.
Good. Then you'll probably like the season because
Good.
we get a lot of Tyrion.
Another question?
Yeah, Rachel Lawson, like many others, wants to know, now that you're on season 2, who's your favorite character and least favorite? Right now, update.
Tyrion favorite, Joffrey least favorite.
I think that's pretty good answer. Yeah.
Is that pretty?
I think it's
so
pretty.
basic?
No, but I mean it makes sense though. It's people share your opinion. That makes total sense.
Okay.
Anything else?
And I
Richard?
still love Arya, but we didn't get a lot of her this week.
No, I think she had a single line. She was just in the caravan. Anyway, thanks for joining us, guys. We'll be back this time next week, Wednesday at 4. We'll try everything we can to be at 4. And talking more Game of Thrones news. And Kayla will watch the next episode, the title of which I forget. Have a good night.
See you next time.